Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Look who I found Kendall K.
Just on the street.
On the street. You're like my kitties. And appropriately enough, you are Aunt Kitty now.
I am Aunt Kitty now.
Thank you for joining me, Kendall.
I'm so happy to be here.
This is probably the most laid back whatever you'll ever do.
I love it.
I don't care. I shouldn't say I don't care, but I'm like, I sit on my couch, like we are gonna have a conversation, but
it's comfy.
It's comfy and cozy, and this is the best light I've had, so we love
I
these.
have to get these.
I have to get them. But Kendall, hi. I always get excited when you guys are doing something new. Kendall just interviewed me for Not So Little, so tell them
on the pod
where to find it and when.
It's on YouTube. It's also on Spotify, but it's called the Not So Little Podcast. You'll have to come watch Christi's episode. We had some giggles in there for sure, bringing up a lot of old memories.
A lot of old memories, but also you've had some really good people other than just Dance Moms people. You've had Dance Moms people. Who did you interview?
I had
Paige, Kalani, Bryn. Okay.
And you. I'm really trying to. Chloe's like one of the top requested. Not even just with Dance Moms. I've texted her so many times.
She's a horrible
so
texter.
Bad with her phone. But I'm gonna be in New York end of April, so I just texted her yesterday. So hopefully we can make it work. But yeah, she's really requested.
I'll see if I can pull any strings to get Chloe
Please.
to answer. I will say when I look at her phone, she will have like 800 mixed.
Oh, I'm not shocked.
texts.
It goes along with her vibe. She seems like a bad phone person.
She's a horrible phone person. And meanwhile, if there's one little bubble on my phone, I like.
Oh, I'm sure you panic.
I can't. I don't want to. I don't like it. Okay, so Kendall, you recently graduated from college. Was it a year ago? 2 years?
A year in May. Which is
Is it a
crazy
year?
how fast it's already gone by post-grad life.
You are living at home, which I know is not the vibe. You're gonna move out.
I will say I was super excited to move home at first just because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was always catching myself going home while I was in college because I was traveling so much. I just like wanted to be home with my parents. After like 2 to 3 months of traveling and kind of living at home, I was like, wait, I thought this was gonna be a little more exciting than it was. I expected my parents to like put their lives on pause to hang out with me and like be home with me, but they're very established with all of their friend groups and like
pickleball.
I was just gonna say my mom is up at 7 a.m. every single morning, even on the weekends, playing pickleball. She'll go to Ross Park Mall afterwards, or she'll get lunch with her girlfriends, or she'll go over to Melissa's, or you guys will be filming and we'll come home at like 7 p.m. and I'm headed out to go get dinner with my girlfriend. Like I never really see my parents, so I thought it was gonna be different. It's a lot of alone time. I was not prepared for that.
I'm shocked that Jill has not cleared her schedule for her little Kendall.
If it was Riley.
That's true. She's the favorite child.
If it was Riley, my mom would have literally left the pickleball harbor, probably left Erno. She would have left her husband to be with Riley every single day.
But when you say to Jill, like, who's your favorite child? Because you and Charlotte are always like, well,
I will say Charlotte's like the really forgotten one.
Well, to be fair,
I can't be forgotten just because of how chaotic I am, and like I really keep my parents on their toes, but Riley really is the favorite child.
She is, and Jill's always like, it's because she's nice.
That literally, her answer has never changed. It's because she does what she's told and she's nice. Why are we getting rewarded for that? I'm kidding.
We love spicy chaos.
No, of course.
We celebrate that. You keep it interesting for Jill.
Absolutely. I
Always.
keep them young. Isn't that what you want, Jill?
Jill, we're only referring to Jill now as Cookie. Riley just had a baby. He's really a pretty baby.
He's precious.
He
I
is
don't really
precious.
see a lot of good-looking newborns. He's really cute.
And his name is Chance Valor, right?
Yep.
So Valor is your dad's middle name, and that's also Riley's middle name.
Yeah.
No.
Look at you with your facts.
Listen, I know my Dance Mom's facts.
Yeah. You're like JoJo.
Does she?
JoJo?
Okay, calm down. She was a fan. I know it because those were my
you lived
friends.
it. Right. You also lived all of it.
Calm down. Call me JoJo. No offense, JoJo. Don't come for me on social media, please. So he is really pretty. I texted your mom and I'm like, how was delivery? She's like, perfect. Everything was perfect. Right?
I have to say, Riley was really active during her pregnancy, walking every day, even working out up until she honestly couldn't move. I was there from Thursday to Saturday or Sunday because Kate was gone, and I'm like, listen, you just have to keep this baby in for 4 days. Yep. I am not driving you to the hospital.
If you had to help deliver a baby?
I'll show you this photo. So we went to the pool on my last day, and she was big. Like, she was a really big lady. She looked like the Pillsbury boy on the croissant cans, and so I AI'd her to actually like be on the croissant can. I showed it to her at like 11 o'clock at night. We were laughing so hard. 20 minutes later, her cervix plug came out. So like I physically started her labor. That next day she went into labor. So like I was out, Cade came home, and he drove her to the hospital 3 hours later.
You were the pinch hitter.
I really was.
You got labor started and you're like, I'm out.
She also had to get 2 epidurals. The first one didn't work, and one of the like assistant nurses blew out her arm with an IV. Her entire arm is black and blue.
Oh my God.
I guess they like nicked a vein or something, but other than that, she had contractions for like 30 minutes and it came out. He came out.
I was in labor with Chloe for 42 hours and then had an emergency C-section.
Wait, what? I didn't know you had a C-section.
Emergency. So they cut me up and down instead of side to side because
Was she early? Late?
No, we found out she was in like fetal distress because she did, are you ready? 2 complete somersaults.
So the umbilical cord was
wrapped around her neck and she
Christi.
was going, like she was suffocating every time I had a contraction. So at 7:55, they were like, we need to run. They threw everything on my bed. She was born at 8:03. From the time I was in my room at 7:55, she was born, like holding in a hand. That's how fast they got her out.
Honestly, that kind of makes, like, I'm sure you didn't even have time to like feel anything at that point. What was Clara's birth like?
Scheduled. Because the way that they cut me with Chloe, she couldn't be a VBAC. So it was just a scheduled C-section. It was easy.
Oh, so you had 2 C-sections. Oh my God.
Well, not my favorite, but it's fine.
And you have a banging body still.
Well, thanks, Kendall. Tell me how the podcast started. I love that you're a podcaster.
I know, I feel like I'm following in your footsteps.
Well, I don't know, but you're a really good interviewer. You're smart.
Thank
You like research everything well. I think that you are perfect for it. So was that something you always wanted to do?
I realized, I feel like a lot of us have gained great connections throughout the years of just being on reality TV and traveling a lot. So I knew I had a good lineup of people that I wanted to interview. Again, I did make it a statement to not solely have it be Dance Moms heavy, just because I don't know, like, yes, it's who we are, but I'm also now 23 graduating college, and I feel like there aren't a lot of people glamorize leaving college and getting a job or getting married and having a baby, and like here I am moving back at home and not knowing what I'm gonna do with my life. And I never had anybody tell me that like it's okay to not know what you want to do.
I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised that to hear that
I think TikTok changed it a lot. I saw a lot of people moving to New York or moving to LA or like big cities, and they already had this wonderful job that they've been obsessed with. And I was like, damn, I am really far behind because I have no idea what I'm doing next week after graduation.
And to be fair, you kind of already had a career.
It is hard with especially like us specifically because like we've technically been working since we were 8 years old. I mean, some of my friends who also graduated the same year as me, they're still looking for jobs, and it's really like applying for jobs right now is really hard. And I didn't have anybody that I could go to or listen to that was like, yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. So I wanted to be relatable as possible, and like obviously waking up with your 60-year-old parents as your roommates is not
Jill's so mad you just told her age.
enjoyable. I have no privacy. I will literally be on a phone call and she will barge in my room. Who was that?
Nothing about that is shocking.
No, of course not.
Remember, well, I don't know if you remember, but she would tell stories about like
Charlotte,
and she would be like banging on the door when
yeah,
Charlotte would get flowers like, who are these from? What does this mean? Charlotte.
She was asking for it, ran away from home and ended up at WVU. Like,
how about your dad banging on doors?
Yeah, my poor father had to deal with all of that. Not even my mother. Like, I could not imagine what was going through that man's head. But
Charlotte was
she's the middle child.
I was gonna say
she is the
they
middle
earned
child.
their stripes with Charlotte. But
Josh.
really like Charlotte.
Paige's brother Josh, they're very similar. Like, kind of overlooked, not really in the spotlight, just like doing their own thing. But yeah, I have my podcast. I just wanted to be a relatable 23-year-old who is navigating post-grad life.
So is it doing well? I feel like it is. I feel like I see it everywhere.
I always tell people I love to just meet new people and chat. I feel like we could both attest to this. We could talk to a brick wall and it would probably talk back to us. Like, we really can just talk to anything, anytime, anywhere, any place. And I like it. It makes me travel. It gets me out of the house. So I'm not constantly like, what am I doing today with my life? I can kind of make my own schedule. And I really do like it.
So you get to do a lot of different events with them, which is always like, God, to be 23 and to get to go to those events.
You can come. They had all the Real Housewives and all of Bravo. Kathy Helm was just at our last one.
Well, I feel like there are certain we're sort of like, we're the poor relations of reality TV. But you let me know.
We're kind of the bottom tier, I will say that, compared to the Housewives.
It's fine. Someday somebody will recognize
we don't discriminate
us for
age though at Unwell. we don't discriminate.
Well, that's good. Okay, you let me know the next time there's a fun event. I will be there.
Well.
I'm going to ask dance questions.
Yeah.
I know you danced for a little bit in college. What was it like dancing in college versus the ALDC?
I will say the dancing, like game day compared to competitive, is very different. It's very just like high energy. You can lip sync songs. You can kind of go your own way for a second.
Oh my God, the
Yeah,
scandal of
I
a lip sync.
know.
Whoa.
So vulgar. I mean, I feel like ALDC dancing, it was just like beautiful, lyrical, very technical. We all had to look the exact same. But with college dance team, it's just very high energy. Like you're more projecting 360 in like a stadium rather than just like an audience or a panel of judges.
That's fun. Which do you prefer?
I honestly, like game days were so fun. Just like walking out onto the football field and seeing all the fans and just like being next to 20 girls who you get along with and not like, you know, pinned up against each other.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I quit my senior year because my coach hated me.
I kind of know, and I said something about this and your mother's like, Christi.
I know, because my mother is just...
She very much, Cookie corrected me. So in case you're wondering, Cookie is Jill's grandma name.
Yeah.
Which I've been waiting for 9 months for the reveal, so she is Cookie.
We had the Dance Moms reunion within like, I think it was my junior year, maybe sophomore year, we had the Dance Moms reunion thrown in there. We got word of it in August. And Pom Nationals choreography, I think, was in like November, which happened to fall on the same weekend as the Dance Moms reunion. And I was like, listen, I told you about this in August. You knew I was gonna leave. You also moved the schedule for Pom choreography back, so that's out of my control. I ended up going. I missed the only day of choreography. Meanwhile, like all of us can pick up choreography.
I was just gonna
very,
say,
very fast.
what is the problem? Because you weren't like performing it the next day. I'm pretty sure you could learn it.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. My point. I understand, like, it's a big deal. Anyways, I came back the next day. I had one of the girls teach me the dances. I realized that I was an alternate, which means I wasn't set in the dance as a junior, which like it can still happen, but if you're a junior, you are kind of automatically in the dance.
Sure.
And my spot was in the back left corner, which is always where I was with Abby. So it was just like
scandal.
I'm doing my best here. I have a lot to juggle and I made both work. Like I knew the dance perfectly by the time I came back and I still got reprimanded. I also had to sit out on the sidelines for 5 games. It was just like very...
Aren't there only like 10 home
Basketball and football were at the same time. So I had to sit out of like 3 football games and 2 basketball games. But it's awkward when you see fans and students like, why is Kendall sitting on the bench but she's fully in uniform? Like she knew what she was doing. And after that, it was just so different. Maybelline sent my entire dance team like 4 humongous boxes of makeup.
Because of you, I'm
sure. For
sure.
us to go to nationals, just to like wear and have. We didn't even have to post it. And I texted her, I'm like, hey TK, do you want any makeup? I have a bag for you. And she said, no, I'm fine. That was just like, okay, I'm just trying to do a nice deed, but clearly you don't want anything to do with me. So
that's somebody who's bitter, who is just kind of, I hate to say the word because I think it's overused, but like jealous.
You're hating me for my past. Like I can't do anything about
And I will say, I would reckon to guess that you did a lot as far as like PR recognition while you were on that team, as far as helping them, because you just can't help it.
Right. It just wasn't fair. Like I grew up with a dance teacher who was always rooting for the other guy or not rooting for you, and then to be in college and also have a dance teacher that wasn't rooting for you, it was just, I'm not going to be a professional dancer. Why am I putting myself through this yet again? So I ended up leaving the dance team and just having like a normal great senior year, and it was the best year of college that I had. So I am glad that I made that decision, but it killed Cookie.
I know Cookie was upset.
Cookie was crumbling.
Cookie was you did cause Cookie's crumble. But I am glad to hear that, because I often worry not just about, you know, my kids, but I always think like, oh my God, these girls did not have like normal lives. So that's nice that you got to have that.
Yeah.
Now there was a rumor that was going on around for quite some time that you were going to audition for DCC.
Oh, yes.
The rumor.
The rumor is true. I really considered it for like maybe 2 months, and then I realized I have a terrible digital footprint.
Oh,
I wouldn't get past the first interview.
I didn't even think about that.
I also don't want people saying like, oh, she just got on the team because she was on Dance Moms. Like I actually want to be known for my talent and the hard work that I put towards it. It also would have made me have to move to Dallas. And on top of that, we are always traveling, and like our schedules with influencing, it's so last minute.
Yes.
There's never a time where I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this, because something will always come up. And I just had to like sit down for a second and be like, is this really worth like putting what I've worked for for so long on hold to do DCC? But I actually interviewed Lainey Johnston today.
Oh, did you?
And she's so great. She's actually moving to Indianapolis with her boyfriend who plays for the Colts, and she might be trying out for their dance team. They don't talk, like, it's like not really, I guess it's not really known, but here it is, cat's out of the bag.
Oh, wow.
She might try out for either the Pacers or the Colts dance team.
Good for
and you
her.
know, my mom is like, you girls should do it together.
Oh, God. Cookie is like, she literally is with Diana.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
absolutely.
Like, they're like, how do we get them on the team together? They could dance, they could have a duet. They could have a
We
special
just need
part.
our closure. We were talking about when Chloe was at Studio 19. Lainey's like, yeah, she came right into our friend group, like Claire Spisak and Izzy Febrero.
Yeah. She was
So
totally
funny.
in that friend group. Oh, I do have one further question. Before I say why you are here, which I don't even know if we can do this because I'm a little embarrassed, but what is the Furtez family going to do with a boy?
Oh my God. Well, this might be a little TMI, but Riley called me and she's like, so he has to get circumcised and I have to rub ointment on it because I don't know anything about this, neither does my mom because she obviously doesn't have boys, but like they do it at the hospital right before he goes home. But it obviously is like skin that has to be treated, so she has to like kind of keep an eye on it and take care of it. That is
no one's qualified in this family for this.
No, nobody. I mean, my dad, but like he doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah,
unqualified.
Honestly, I'd say she was more nervous for that part than the actual labor itself. But he is very spoiled already, has every Gap onesie under the sun. I don't know, I think it's gonna change Riley, honestly, because you know Riley, she's like the girliest of girls ever. So for her to have a boy, it's honestly kind of ironic, but I think it'll change her, just like her outlook on things.
Well, your mom told me a story that she said that when you guys were little or whatever, she would look at your dad and be like, I know Riley's only gonna have boys because she's the girliest of girls.
Oh my God.
I know she's only gonna have boys. Like your mother was worried about this.
Wait, that's so funny because I want all boys.
Yeah, she already
Growing
knows.
up with my sisters, like I can't do that.
And she's like, Kendall and Charlie are gonna have girls and my poor Riley's only gonna have boys.
I do think I'm gonna get stuck with all girls, which is fine. I'll take it, but like
reinforces the point that Riley is Jill's favorite.
Oh, 1,000%. If she is thinking about my sister's babies when she is a baby, that just speaks for itself.
Yeah, that is true. So one of the things I have to say, on Back to the Bar Live, when we're on tour, we do a lot of interactive things with the audience. We bring them up, we have them recreate
I love
scenes.
that.
It's really fun. So if you've like ever wanted to, I don't know, have Kelly yell at you, stop eating, that's why you're fat.
It's really like a haunted house. Like you
kind of
can get touched by Kelly.
Well, okay, Kendall,
you can get yelled at by Kelly.
Hold on.
That's Cookie's job.
We're crossing some weird lines there. However, one thing that I have played around with is letting them come up to recreate one of the most iconic viral TikTok trends from Dance Moms.
I'm so scared where this is going.
No, and that's Boss Ladies.
Oh!
But they would have to do it with someone, and I don't know it.
Wait, cute! All right,
You can teach me, but I have to say before we get started, everybody is obsessed with doing all the Molly Long dances. You guys did Molly Long far before anyone else because one of my favorite numbers.
Nobody knows this.
No! Go ahead.
Stomp the Yard.
Molly Long.
Literally you can literally look it up. Our most watched dance on YouTube posted by Lifetime is Stomp the Yard. It has millions, I don't know the exact number, but
it's one of my favorite dances. When I saw that number,
oh my God,
I was
phenomenal.
So pissed that Chloe wasn't in that dance.
Wait, what would have?
She would have been, I don't know. She would have been like...
She would have been like the jail officer or something, and like walked
something
in and walked
stupid.
on.
What you probably don't know is some of the the bonus scenes when she's explaining your characters to you guys. Do you know that you're a lesbian?
Me specifically?
Yes, you specifically in Stomp the Yard who has a crush on Maddie. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, Abby told you. You might have not remembered that.
Maddie and I were probably like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But she was like,
and next week we'll be pregnant. Like,
right.
I don't know.
Here's how she couched it. She's like, Kendall, you're
obsessed with
kind
her.
of like a tomboy who's obsessed with her.
Like it was always like, you have to do this, but it's with Maddie, and Maddie's role is this, so you guys will have the same choreography. It's like, okay, you're trying to sugarcoat it for me, but
she was like, and you're kind of masculine, but you're a girl who likes a girl.
Meanwhile, Kenzie's in a little like fiery red pixie cut. Kalani's in a ginger afro with like a headband around it.
I forgot about the ginger afro. But then the best was she made me have crazy eyes.
Yeah, of course.
I can't. It is a wild episode. So my question is, and we're only gonna show a little bit of this because I'm not prepared emotionally, or do I have the right outfit?
I was gonna say, we're gonna have a lot of things jiggling.
Can you teach me some of the choreography to Boss Ladies?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm in.
I would really like to learn Stomp the Yard, but nobody's gonna know that.
That one's also hard. That was a hard dance for us because it wasn't choreographed by Abby and Gianna. It
With
wasn't
the same
choreography, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the same choreography that we knew for 7 years straight.
But it was one of my favorites. I'm gonna tell you,
That was a
I
good
love
dance.
that number. I did.
Wait, you should put that song on the playlist.
It is.
Even though Chloe wasn't in it, but
It's on the playlist, Kendall.
she's there in spirit.
I have the playlist. It's on there. It's one of my favorite songs on the
Wait,
playlist.
is Dream on a Star?
No, because it's like a hype.
Happy, sorry.
It's like a hype playlist that like everybody's getting excited to come in and that's Dream on a Star.
Wait,
No.
one of my favorite Chloe solos, really quickly, was her wedding dress one.
Oh,
That was
no.
such.
Make it
Yes.
me. I liked it with the real music. When they
forgot,
changed
yeah.
the music for the show, the Baby Line. Okay, so we're gonna learn.
We're gonna go practice.
Boss Ladies. We'll see how
We'll
this
show you the
goes.
final result.
Okay, so that was interesting. Thank you for joining me, Kendall.
Oh my God, of course.
Thank you. Everybody go follow your podcast and
Kitty.
tell them everything, where to go, find you, follow, like, subscribe, all the things.
Just my Instagram is Kendall Vertez. My YouTube channel for my podcast is Not So Little Pod.
Barnes says hello. Thank you
And
for
Barnes
joining
says
us.
thanks for coming.
He said thanks for joining us. And you look like a little old man.
He does.
With your little funny eyebrows. Okay. All right. And I will see you guys back here next week.
Bye.
Bye.